Hello everyone and welcome at Kalipol's presentation of Auroville. Auroville is at the southeast of India, very close to the town of Pondicherry. And you might have to travel through New Delhi, this is the airport, and to the airport of Chennai. After that, this is the airport of Chennai, and in 2020 they have been celebrating the 150 years of Mahatma Gandhi. And from Chennai, it's a 3 or 4 hour drive to Pondicherry, very close to Auroville. This is the map of Auroville. And Auroville started in 1968. This is the inauguration ceremony. And as you can see, it used to be a desert land with very few plants and buildings. While today it's an absolute paradise within a magical forest. The project had the active support of UNESCO for more than 50 years and was started from Mother and Sri Aurobindo. It is widely known for Mantra Mandir, its main temple meditation area. And to have access to the Mantra Mandir, you first need to go to the visitor center, which is the function where you can get your pass for the Mantra Mandir is not open every day, rather once or twice a week. And if you don't have this pass, you simply cannot go in. You can see it from a distance. So this is what a pass might look like, where it's asking you to wear shoes and to leave your cell phone behind. So I just came out of the Mantra Mandir, the temple here at Auroville. This golden sphere that has 12 supports around it. It's a very peaceful experience. It's a very beautiful environment, very well made. There is a beam of light that comes from the top into a crystal ball in the middle of the top room there. And then it goes further down, that beam of light, to the rest of the temple. It's made structurally from concrete, but there's a lot of white marble in there and white white carpet. And you're requested to be silent, which is nice. And if you need to sneeze or anything like that, cough, you're asked to go outside. So, and it's very very well soundproofed. So it's very, very peaceful. We stayed there for 15 minutes. And first we went at the bottom or rather first we went to see the fountain, and then there is an amphitheater where there is a beacon for fire there. And then we went at the bottom of the temple. Well, there are again waters dropping towards the middle where there is a crystal ball. Very clear white crystal ball, and then when we went into the temple, we were heading upwards. In these stairs, but there was more like an inclined floor. No actual steps involved, as far as I remember. We had to wear socks for that last part. And there were columns in the top floor, and a big crystal ball that was sitting on golden symbols, the symbols of integral yoga that is practiced here in Auroville. So everyone was, and then we went to the banyan tree, which is the center of the whole of Auroville, and people were hiking the tree. It was very nice. It was a very nice energy at the tree, and overall. And I noticed that people remained silent, and they were not so anxious as before to get into the bus. They were much more calm and in the flow, getting out of the bus, which dropped us off, took us from the Macho Mandir and brought us to the visitor center. Now, in regards to accommodation, there are many guest houses that you could stay at, but you really need to book in advance if you want to find a nice place. Auroville can be very busy in its high season, and this is the Arca community where I found my first accommodation, and here you will see at the end of this video a peacock that was just outside of where I used to live. We just flew past the borders and ran into the field next door. And this is how the Arca community looks like. Very beautiful place indeed. And this is the second place I found refuge at, because Arca, they only had a place for a couple of days. Just to give you a feel of what your accommodation might look like as a guest. This is one of the entrances into Auroville. It doesn't have very clear borders, but it does have guards at its different entry points. And again, more guest houses. I guess the main thing to note is that everywhere there is beautiful art, so there is a lot of artistic expression being encouraged within Auroville. And the architecture is quite genuine and unique. There is not one common theme. And of course, a lot of the art is inspired from yoga. There's another example of accommodation in Auroville. And in Auroville they also have these tables of peace where people come to resolve matters. A bit more art. And this is what you might expect. This is a much more down-to-earth accommodation that you might have access to. And this is a better room. So I think the first room I stayed at, it was about 25 euros a day, and the second one was about 45, 50 euros a day. So it's not inexpensive, definitely not India's standards. And here follow some of the ideals of Auroville that you can find definitely within the visitor centers, many of them, but also in many other places in Auroville. So I will let you read those at your own convenience. And definitely within Auroville, one can find many, many activities. Wherever you might stay, there will be boards with all the different activities you might have access to, and many, many opportunities for personal growth. This was the statue of Sri Aurobindo, and this building facilitates art artifacts, but also there's many beautiful gatherings happening where you can learn more about the philosophy, the yogic philosophy they developed, which they called integral yoga. And here is a gathering. I had the opportunity within the 10 days I visited in 2020 to follow two artistic events. So I will let you enjoy them.
Takadimi, Kajuno Takadimi, Kajuno Takadimi, Kajuno Takadimi, Kajuno Takadimi, Takajuno Takadimi, Takajuno Takadimi, Takajuno Takadimi, Takajuno Takadimi, Kajuno Takadimi, Kajuno Takadimi, Kajuno Takadimi, Kajuno Takadina, Kadina, Takadina, Kadina, Takadina, Kata. Target the Takadina, Kadina, Takadina, Kadina, Takadin, get the Katarigadum, get the Katarigadum, Takadina, get the Katarigadum, get the Katarigadum, the Takadin, get the Katarigadum, get the Katarigadum, done down, get the Katarigadum, get the Katarigadum, get the Katarigadum, done down, get the Katarigadum, 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 the Takadin, get the Takadin, Takataki, 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 Takadimi, Takadimi, Takadimi.
So in terms of business, as you can expect, a lot of the income for Auroville comes from the visitors and the tourists. But they have developed a lot of interesting projects themselves. One of it you already saw, it was the electric bicycles that they have developed there on their own. And they have a lot of alternative energy projects. And they also have their own water purification system, upcycling and recycling projects. And of course, in a place like Auroville, you get to meet many people, very high-minded people that you can connect with, and they have a lot of life experience to share with you. And we are going to meet these people in events to come. So these are some more things that you might see in Auroville. Mother's connection to nature and the different qualities she could see in the different flowers. And there are many restaurants that you can visit, influenced not just from India, but also a lot of other European places. So this was quite unique. I could find crepes and some seafood. But definitely one of the most attractive places, if you are from Europe visiting India, is the bakery, which is absolutely amazing. And now you will see how I interviewed an Aurovillian. What is your name?
Vanakkam. Good morning. My name is Balaji. I'm an Aurovillian since my childhood. I was into many activities after my education. I love Auroville in many reasons because Auroville is the one which gave me life. It gave discipline.
So how Auroville has helped you in your life?
Auroville has helped me to have discipline, to love people, to be a human, as a true human. There are many activities in Auroville, which all the activities like schools and dance, restaurant, many farming, many activities.
So do you practice integral yoga?
Yes, we do actually. It's like it's not a real yoga, of course we do, but doing every activities in Auroville, having a spirit of Mother Auroville's ideals, every day which we go through is called practicing all kind of yogas actually. Yeah, this is where the discipline is being got for each and every individual Aurovillians. The old Aurovillians who brought Auroville from the foundation, they are the one who I could say the real true Aurovillians who could feel the mother's word actually, because they were the one who saw mother and had all the blessings from them. So they are the one who created this our generation also. So we should be pleased for them. we should never forget them actually. And apart from that, many things, many activities are there in Auroville. We're happy, but but in a way, like it should all come up to a center point of saying that human unity. This is what a mother has. Mother's vision is actually. This is happening till far now. It should happen in the future also. Any question?
Yeah. So how do you take decisions in Auroville? Decisions about what to build, what not to build, where to.
No one can take their own decisions. Actually, like for example, building a house, creating something. There is an individual, each and every separate individual in Auroville, like groups like housings, groups like working committee having. There is an internal groups for council and another building groups for many things. We can't take any own decisions by our own self. Actually, it has to be. If you wanted to create something, you have to maybe have a application, send some details what you're going to do, because you cannot decide what you can do in Auroville. It is not like that, because it is a collective decision and it is a collective. It's a community which we are based on actually. The community have to decide what it has to be. The plan is there actually for Auroville. So the decisions from each and every relevant groups have to approve for that, and there will be a conclusion for it actually.
What do you do in Auroville? What is your work? What is your studies? Just to learn a little more about you.
I do right now. I'm an executive for a restaurant, one of the executive for a restaurant. But I did a lot of activities. I had a transport agency, but I just left it out. It didn't work. But at the last, the thing, even I'm having a restaurant. Even the profit goes to Auroville. Profit means 1/3 of profit goes to Auroville for the community, because Auroville has to have a financial sector saying that all the units has to give 1/3 of profit to the community, which the service activities have to continue.
Very good. So from this restaurant that we are here now, beautiful restaurant, highly recommended. A third of the profits go for the community because they need to support a lot of the structures, right?
Infrastructure.
Schools. What else is there?
All the service
watering
activities.
system.
All the service activities.
What are the service activities? What is
the service sectors in Auroville could be which you don't get profit, non-profit. It's no profit at all. Like kind of schools, farming, hospitals, and common kitchens, and road service. You see, all infrastructures, mostly which are like they have to activate. Auroville has to activate the infrastructures. These are all called services actually, which are like not commercial at all. So the service sectors, the funds are being generated among us in a way. There could be some funds from outside, but that is not a big fund for us. We generate our own maintenance actually for the service sectors.
Very good. And does that mean that? So, did you build this restaurant as your own investment, or
No. No. We do design our own way of what we are going to do. The building, the asset is all belongs to Auroville. If we need
it's built by Auroville?
No, if we need some amount of whatever is being needed, we could get a loan from commercial activities. If we have a fund by ourselves, we could build, but as far as we are there, we could enjoy the property, and in case we are going out of the sector, we have to give it to Auroville. Some other activities can come in and do that.
That's very good.
So as an Aurovillian, you have access to
to many services that are free or next to free, like the health center and schools for your child or your children. And there is a lot of research happening, both from scientists that live in Auroville, that are already Aurovillians, but also from visiting scientists. And it's to do also with startup technology, but also with psychology and other aspects. And Auroville is becoming more and more conscious about gathering these scientific findings and using it more and more for... And this is the ashram at Pondicherry, where everything started. And the vibration there is just really, really great, really amazing. Very high vibrations, and the ashram together with Auroville are very close to the sea. In terms of transportation, Auroville makes use also of electric vehicles, the electric bicycles, as we said, but also tuk-tuks and mopeds and motorcycles. You can find many of these here. And you can tell that you are in Auroville because if you are, most likely you drive on this kind of road, pebbled road. It's not asphalt roads within Auroville. So I will leave you enjoy the scenery of how peaceful it is within Auroville.
Video or 2 videos? 1 video.
And now you can see how more hectic it is just outside of Auroville. Indian traffic. Well, of course, it's not as busy as one expects in Indian place. So it's not bad actually. And I'll leave you with some scenery of Pondicherry, just very, very close to where the ashram is, just for you to get a feel for that city, the city of Pondicherry. Well, thank you very much for watching, and get in touch with us at Kalipoli if you need any further clarifications. Thank you.